Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Freezer!
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, a courtesy call. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to
Yeah, buddy.
Woo!
It's Tuesday.
It is.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
This is Defenders Live. Mojo 50. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Oh, so much to go over, so much to get into. First off, go to doaeshow.com. That would be our website. You can catch up on all of the archives. Well, most of the archives we're working on. There was a slight hiccup, but there's still archives there. Back to the times of yore. You can also find us on all of the social medias. That would be at DOAE Show. You can find us on the Facebooks, the Twitters, the MeWes, Instagrams, pretty much anywhere you have social media, we're there.
Yes.
Again, at DOAE Show. Make sure you use the hashtag arm yourselves.
I don't care how you capitalize it. Just make sure you spell it right.
Just do the LVES because we won't see it otherwise. Oh, let's see. Go to mojo50.com. Make sure you check out all the awesome hosts and everything over there.
Because it constantly is expanding.
It is. I swear we're not quite to 24-hour radio, but we are damn close.
So close.
So close. I mean, within like a couple of hours close.
Yes.
Go over there. Show them folks some love. I know they will appreciate it because we appreciate it.
We all do.
Let's see. You can find us, live on the D Live?
Yes, we are on D Live. If you go to dlive.tv/Defenders Live. No, we didn't plan that.
No, it's just the way it worked out, ironically enough. We are also on the YouTubes. We're also on the Facebooks at Mojo50.
Yes. Our YouTube is, by the way, Defenders.
Yeah.
DOAE Show, if you go there. It's
See, again, it's all there. All the archives going back to our first live ever as far as video goes.
As far as everybody else knows, anyway.
As far as everyone else. Yeah, that's so true.
That's true.
Oh, my goodness. So we have a hot show for you tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's burning hot. I'd say it's a hunk of burning love, honestly.
Hey, girl. Hey. The kind that's walking the street in high heels and a skirt.
No, not that kind.
Oh.
No. Actually, I'd say that our show is off the charts.
His name is Tina.
Definitely not. I'll make sure to introduce him to Brad.
Wrong. Oh, yeah. That's his first question. Is he hot? Okay. Yes. First off, it is off the charts, as Steven said. Within 60 years, hot days in the U.S.
Hot days.
So intense that the current heat index can't measure them.
It is immeasurable? It's immeasurable? Thank you.
In less than 20 years, millions of people in the United States could be exposed to dangerous off-the-charts heat conditions of 127 degrees Fahrenheit or more. A startling new report has found. In 60 years, over 1/3 of the population will be exposed to such conditions, quote, posing unprecedented health risks, end quote, the report says.
Extreme heat kills hundreds of people every year around the United States. Without any action to stop climate change, the global average climate temperature is expected to rise 7.7 Fahrenheit, meaning more dangerously hot days.
I love that button. I don't know why.
Well, it you know.
This is so stupid. So
I will now give you the list of towns and places that will average more than hot.
don't tell me it's going to be places like the deserts of California.
Yeah. Death
Yeah.
Valley and
Death
Sacramento.
Valley. Oh, dear God, where nobody lives anyway.
Yeah. It's,
God help them all.
yeah. The hottest places in the world will still be the hottest places in the world.
The only time you need to be worried is if the hottest places in the world end up being the coldest places in the world. That's when you need to be afraid.
Roz over on the Facebook has said, funny. I remember a lot of hot days as a kid.
Yeah, I did too. And matter of fact, we had a couple of them a couple years back where we averaged 100 degrees almost most of the summer.
Yeah, exactly. The funny thing that I find with this is that past 3 years, the globe has been cooling.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Mm-hmm. It's been cooling. Plus, if you remember a story that we told you about the other day, there's been a ton of reforestation and epic amounts of greening happening around the world, which kills off a lot of the, greenhouse gases because trees and stuff, they breathe that.
That's true.
And then they release oxygen into the air so we can breathe that.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cycle of air.
Allegedly.
That, we breathe, and then the trees breathe, and then we breathe, and the trees breathe.
Allegedly.
And then we breathe, and then the trees breathe.
Allegedly.
Until we cut all the trees down.
That's true.
I need to stop. Hitting buttons over here. That's all I'm doing.
And that's fine.
It's such a stupid article. We couldn't resist. It was one of those. Why not? This is from NationalGeographic.com.
That is why I chose it, honestly, is because it's from National Geographic. It came out in National Geographic. I was like, what the hell are these people doing?
Yeah. They have like this whole weird list. It goes into the increased number of dangerous days per year, anywhere between 2019 and 2050.
Which, by the way, you can't measure the future.
No.
You can't give a measure of the future. That is impossible. You can give a prediction. You can give a best guess. You can give a hypothesis. But you cannot give an accurate representation of the future based on current standings.
Yeah, they basically are trying to say that the Appalachian Mountains and Central Lowlands and all that stuff, that's pretty much where it's all supposedly, basically everywhere that's usually cool and comfortable in the summertime. That's, still humid, but it's in the, the 60s and 70s and 80s and not the 90s and hundreds in some cases. And they're like, well, what constitutes a dangerous day? Because our body's natural cooling process, which is sweat, humidity plays a crucial role in determining the severity of a hot day.
NPC 01000101 Bruner over on the MeWe's.
That's a mouthful.
Has said, I can't wait for the big ozone weather phenomenon to hit again. Funny thing about the big ozone weather phenomenon, the ozone is healing itself.
Oh, but of course it does, because we got rid of the white rain.
No.
Yeah, no, we got rid of white rain.
Yeah, I understand we got rid of white, but there are other things that could potentially kill the ozone layer that are going up in the atmosphere right now, and it's healing itself.
White rain. That's it. It's gone, and it's proven to have been fixed.
Right. So hairspray is what you're saying.
It was. It's always been. They always
like
said that.
People were just spraying hairspray directly into the air and never on their head.
Yeah, well, it's on their head, and then
somehow it surpassed like the buildings and the the walls that people had, and they were just walking outside spraying their hair at all times, producing. And then it somehow, even though it was technically an aerosol liquid, that aerosol liquid would then vaporize immediately and go into the atmosphere.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. I nailed it.
Right.
Hashtag nailed it.
Right. Damn you 80s and your big hair days. You've ruined us forever.
You've doomed us all.
That's where you need the button.
Without an action to reduce global carbon emissions, parts of Florida and Texas will experience the equivalent in days of at least 5 months per year on average, with a heat index, which includes humidity in its calculations, exceeds 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Most of those days will surpass 105 before the end of the century.
We are very surprised in how steeply and quickly the number of days days of dangerous heat increased in such a short time. That came from Christina Dahl, senior climate scientist of the Union of Concerned Scientists, and the co-author of the report, Killer Heat in the United States, Climate Choices, and the Future of Dangerously Hot Days.
Look, I hate to tell you this, but if the world is, let's just for a minute assume that climate change, as they say it is real.
Right.
Let's pretend.
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. As they say it, the exact way they say it.
Yeah. Let's say it is.
Yeah.
What makes you think you're going to stop it? Like this, and we've had this conversation before. The only way that humanity, honestly, could reverse it is if the entire world,
everyone,
everybody. That's not just wealthy old America who thinks that we're suddenly better than everybody else. Everyone in the world literally would pretty much have to put themselves back to biblical times or close to it.
Back to reality.
You know, because we would have to give up all of the modern conveniences that we have. AC, which is supposed to be getting hot. You're going to need AC now more than ever. If this is all true.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to give up cars. You're going to have to give up every mode of convenience. You would literally have to have your own plot of land and do your own work. You will have to own your own farm and have your own animals and do your own.
No, you can't have animals.
No, but you'll have to.
You can't have animals. They produce methane.
The vegans will be pissy because you're killing.
No, they produce too much methane. You can't have animals.
No, and it's okay. So fine. So you better learn how to grow cabbage, and that's pretty much that is literally what would have to happen.
That produces too much methane in me.
Yeah, that does me too. It's bold. God help us all.
Oh.
But that is what would have to happen
mm-hmm.
if what they say about climate change is true. That's what we would have to go to.
So what you're saying is I'm gonna have to buy myself some Atrantil very soon because if not, I'm going to be stinky cabbage all day. Yes.
Because that will definitely help. Of course, you might as well do it for a while because again, if we were to go that route, we would have to get rid of everything, which means eventually we would have to get rid of Atrantil. So you would need to.
So I might as well get it while I can, is what you're saying. So
Stop.
You as well. Atrantil is an amazing product. It has it's 1,000 milligrams. Athletes need about 1,000 milligrams of what's inside of Atrantil, which is polyphenols per day, just to keep them going in the proper form and fashion, so their body can produce the energy that they need for a daily balance. Atrantil delivers 250 milligrams of these polyphenols per capsule. They're essential for all of for people that are suffering autoimmune diseases, and especially for those who have gut health issues,
which you will have when they make everything go away and you live off the land.
When you have to live off the land, and then you're still being forced to use pesticides and things like that, so you're actually killing your insides while you try and survive. But polyphenols are one of these amazing essential nutrients that help build the gut health inside of you. Because, we're finding out daily that gut health is one of those key factors in keeping you not only living longer, but living a better life longer. Yeah. They keep you more active. It keeps your body youthful. It makes sure that you and your body are going to live through the age that you live in as healthfully as possible. It's kind of like it's that engine that really pushes your body to the max without destroying you. Check it out today. Go to lovemytummy.com/mojo. That's lovemytummy.com/mojo. Check out Autron Teal. They've got a 90-day supply for $99. Normally, it's $39.95 a box, so you're saving $20, same as downtown, on 3 boxes of Autron Teal right off the top. Check them out today. lovemytummy.com/mojo. And get it today. So, speaking of off the charts.
Yeah.
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 Before we go anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
over on the Twitters,
Yeah, sure.
Peekapool, the Snarky Jackhole, and Zig, the Jackhole Gator King, are having a little bit of humor at my expense.
Of course.
Of course. Started off, let's see, Peekapool, and made the comment, are both of you on all those places, or is it just Steven? And we're left hoping Dylan will show up. Zig Gator, the Jackhole Gator King, chimed in. He's on there, but he never makes it because of sushi and 2-year-olds.
Oh.
Turns around and says, next it will be 2-year-old sushi, followed by or sushi made by a 2-year-old.
Or possibly he will have a phone that turns into sushi in which he ate. Along with his 2-year-old.
Along with the 2-year-old, yes. And Mojo 50 groupie over on the MeWe's. Doesn't vegetables produce harmful chemicals too, i.e. rewrapped lettuce and celery in foil, etc.?
Yes, that is correct. There are different vegetables that if you wrap them the wrong way...
It could actually
I was
be,
waiting for a bell. Thank you.
I would have caught that better if you were wrapping meat and not wrapping...
True, but I mean, cylindrical vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And apparently, as Zig also said, the Jackhole Gator King over on the Me was also, hop off AC, why not DC? Edison is not happy with your prejudice, Dylan. Absolutely true.
It is very true. Very true. But
moving
on. California has a bunch of wildfires.
California knows how to party.
California
knows how to party. In the city
of LA.
City of Compton.
We keep it rocking, and apparently they keep it burning. See, the California wildfires are now being excused away.
What? I thought they were they're being excused away. Okay, no, I was going to say something, but let's wait.
Okay.
Let's wait.
Okay.
You tell me, what is their excuse that they're using to this away?
On a hot July evening last year, a rancher tried to use a hammer and strike a plug of wasp nests. The hammer slipped. A spark flew, and a patch of dry grass ignited. Within minutes, the brush fire fed on bone-dry conditions and became too big to control.
Hold on, I got something here.
Turn it down just a little bit.
I got you.
It soon merged with another blaze. It became the Mendocino Complex Fire.
Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag like a native.
The largest wildfire in California's history. It burned almost 500,000 acres. Or roughly 700 square miles. Before it was finally extinguished 4 months later.
Oh, God.
It killed one firefighter.
Not one firefighter.
And injured 4 more.
Damn you, fire.
Californians may feel like they're enduring an epidemic of fire. The past decade has seen half of the state's 10 largest wildfires and 7 of the 10 most destructive fires, including this last year's Camp Fire, the state's deadliest wildfire ever.
I'm not laughing. I'm trying to control the tears. I'm so sorry.
But a new study published this week in the Journal of Earth's Future, finds that the state's fire outbreak is not only real, it's being driven by climate change.
Wait. What?
Yes, since 1972, California's annual burned area has increased more than 5-fold. A trend clearly attributed to the warming climate, according to the paper.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me get this straight. So, California is literally on fire.
Yes.
What I would possibly argue is on its way to being at least the first, if not the second level of hell.
Yes.
And they're blaming it on climate change and global warming.
Yes.
Uh-huh. It couldn't be that the state is being ran by folks who have rules in place that keep them from building reservoirs because of
That's one.
endanger the local animal life.
Yes.
Because they don't do the controlled burns and actually no, they don't even get the hell out of the parks and kind of let nature do its thing, where it'll spark of lightning will do its thing, it'll burn its stuff as it was, and it'll go out on its own. No, they have to turn around and just leave it because
Don't
we know better.
No. Don't forget.
Mother Nature.
Don't forget controlled burning.
Yes, that was where I was heading.
Don't forget, debrushing the forest areas. Getting all the debris out of there. Of course, that's what you do with a controlled burn. But you can do it by actually just removing the dry brush from the area. Oh, and by the way, sorry, Mojo groupie, we didn't know that your 17-year-old had a curfew for you and that you're supposed to be sleeping. Apparently, your 17-year-old is listening, and we called you out. Whoops.
Never mind.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. So,
So sorry. I apologize. Go on, though.
Dylan apologizes.
Control burn. I need to apologize.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that they don't allow anymore are controlled burns. And that is one of the things that actually helped California keep their wildfires under wraps for so many years. In the 70s, they started, stopping that practice. They also stopped clearing the areas. They stopped the huge pileups of old needles and leaves and brush that is down on the forest floor that could start this kindling very quickly and then create a wildfire. They stopped clearing it out. Yeah. And when you stop clearing those things out, when you stop controlled burning, when you stop doing the basic things that you need to do to tend to an area as huge and as forested as California, then you obviously get something like, an average increase since the 1970s of wildfires.
Yeah, pretty much. It's when you start worrying, and they're worrying so much about nature and the land that they're destroying nature and the land.
Right. They're worrying so much about it that they're deciding not to do a single damn thing, and by doing that, they're actually becoming worse stewards for the land.
Yes. It's one of those things where this proves my point, and I like to throw it out there, but intelligence and knowledge is circular.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you could know so much, you're an idiot.
Yes.
It goes full circle, and this is proof of it right here, that these people are so smart to leave and not damage and hurt these animals and blah blah blah, that they are literally burning a state to the ground.
Yes they are.
Genius.
And now it's time for a commercial break. We'll be right back. commercial break.
Yeah, buddy. Everyone likes commercial.
Everybody does.
It's not our commercial. It's Mojo.
Yeah, it's not. No. Justice Kaufman over on the Mojo TV. First time I've seen you over there. Hi.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome.
He said that the background sounds are hilarious.
Thank you. We try. That's actually why most people come and listen to our show. It's not actually what we say or our opinions. They like the sounders.
They also said they would have more money for reservoirs and firefighting if they weren't tearing down the statues of our history.
Well, that's not even aside. If they actually knew what to do, as much like the tax rate in California is astronomical. Would learn to balance the books on what they're getting now. Forget dropping it or anything. If they just left it at where it's at, the amount of money they got coming in through taxes would easily fix the state within 10 years if they balanced everything and did it right.
Yes.
Easily. But they won't do it because they're too busy lining their own pockets and making a boatload of money. And that's what it is. And who cares? And what sucks is California. If anybody has not been to California, California's a beautiful place.
Yeah, they're just crazy.
Forget and the most part, the real people, not the crazy people in LA or in LA or in
San Francisco
or any of those weird places like that. But the real regular people in California, some of the nicest people you're going to meet. I would actually put up with the reputation of Texas has for friendliness.
Really?
Yes, and it's a beautiful, beautiful state. The land is gorgeous, but God knows you people just elect some of the stupidest people, the most corrupt people.
All right. Speaking of that, we're coming back.
Yeah.
The mighty Mojo 50.
Ross over on the Facebook says, you guys are now actually watching the comments on Mojo TV? We've always watched. It's just sometimes I don't speak it.
Yeah, and sometimes people don't see nothing. Sometimes nobody's there. We honestly try to watch it all. I have got...
Do you not understand how many screens I have? Ask Megan how many screens I have up.
Yeah, I've got... Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Another platform, 7, counting Steven. I got 7 on my big computer. I got my laptop in front of me that's got 4 open. I've got 3 different ones open on my phone.
And we're not even talking about the stories that we read and everything else.
We are trying to monitor them all. It's not easy, but we're trying. And so, yes, if we don't catch you, we don't say anything to y'all, it doesn't mean we don't see it. We do see it, just sometimes by the time we do see it, it's a little late. So.
Right. And by the way, check out The Rich Solution. Go to therichsolution.com. It's an amazing place if you're looking for a way to help yourself live better, whether it be like cognitive health, joint health, basic, if you just need like a basic supplement to help your body get itself back into motion. Therichsolution.com is the place where you can find all of those things. Plus, maybe you're a little older and maybe that sex drive isn't quite there. They have something to help.
Whoa, this is a family show, sir.
Ladies.
Why throwing it out to the
I mean, it's specifically for the ladies. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Go to therichsolution.com. It's therichsolution.com. They have amazing products out there, different packages and kits specified for different things that you need in your life. Gwen Rich, who started it, she's the founder of it. She's had multiple bouts of cancer and all these other things, and she just decided that enough is enough. She's going to take what she has, the knowledge base that she has, and she's going to live the best life that she can, using supplements to give her not only a longer life, but a better life as she lives. So check them out today, therichsolution.com, therichsolution.com. So,
hold on. So we got to read this real fast.
All right, read it.
Over on the Twitters.
Yeah.
Okay, isn't that the David Banner walking away from the latest town he visited music at the end of the Incredible Hulk show? Yes.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a great, sad piano.
Yeah, that's also why if you go over to the MeWe page right now, we have like 10,000 GIFs of Hulk walking away in different areas.
Yep. Asking for a friend, Jack Hole.
Uh-huh.
These Environmentalists don't know anything about conservation. That's why they aren't conservationists. Conservationists. There's no L there. Which has the same base word as conservative, hashtag just saying. And that's true. They're conservatives and conservationists have similar beings. It's about taking care of everything, but still using it to your benefit. It's being a good steward of what you're given. Period.
Gotcha.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, moving on, continuing through. Prosecutors accuse MS-13 of 7 medieval-style slayings, including cutting the heart out of a rival. Not that hard to believe, honestly.
No, it's actually not.
It's really not. It's really not hard to believe at all. See, Los Angeles MS-13 gang members were charged on Tuesday with a medieval-style slaying of 7 people, including a rival gang member.
Oh, good.
Who had his heart cut out of his chest. The federal RICO indictment with his murder charges targeted the MS-13 group in the San Fernando Valley and spelled out other acts of violence that prosecutors say were committed on behalf of the notorious transnational gang. Transnational. Usually when you put trans, it means you're changing into something.
Yeah, that's. I wonder if it's like a covert kind of undercover word. Get us used to the whole world changing into one
big thing.
One big thing. Yeah.
Can I get a bell? Yeah, thank you. Which President Trump has vilified for its wanton violence in New York and other places. In announcing the indictment against the 22 individuals, Los Angeles U.S. Attorney Nick Hanna credited a collaborative law enforcement effort with solving several murder cases and dealing with with a severe blow to members of the gang who engaged in acts of brutal, not seen in groups, not seen in region, acts of brutality not seen in the region for over 20 years. There we go. Sorry.
MS-13 is not a group to be messed with, and this is not like no. Legitimately, these guys are animals. No pun intended. No exaggeration meant. This is not hyperbole. This is literal. These guys are missing screws. They're not even a screw loose. They're missing stuff. These are the worst of the worst that humanity can offer. And your people are shocked. Oh no, they're just immigrants. They're just coming over. No, there's
they're not.
People like this coming over, and you kind of have to pay attention to that.
Yes, you do. They've got images here of some members showing gang signs, and really it just looks like they're trying to hide their face with their hands, and one is holding a machete, which is really awkward, and standing in the middle of the woods.
Well, he's in the desert with a machete. He's probably out there to protect himself from the rattlesnakes.
Yes, with a machete.
Yes, because you strike it real fast. Lightning. Yes. Yeah. That is what makes them.
And I quote, taking violent offenders off the streets should send a message to MS-13 members and their associates that medieval-style violence and senseless murder will not be tolerated in Los Angeles. Oh, excuse me. Will not be tolerated in LA.
Okay, so I have a question then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They have a problem then if it's any other style of violence, or what if the murder makes sense?
Do what?
Okay, no, because he says, and again quoting here, taking violent offenders off the street should send a message to MS-13 members and their associates that medieval-style violence and senseless murder will not be tolerated in LA. End quote. So
just go to a different place.
Stop violence and senseless murder won't be tolerated, but murder that makes sense and anything that's not medieval style violence.
Yes.
You can't run around with a mace and a pitchfork.
Correct.
Okay. But you can do anything. Okay. No, just.
On March 6, 2017, he was one of the victims who got his heart cut out was driving was driven, to Angeles National Park forest thing, where 6 MS-13 gang members attacked him with a machete, killing him. And the indictment claims, and I quote, "The victim was dismembered, and his body parts were thrown into the canyon after one of the defendants allegedly cut out his heart."
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, they had to have a memento of the occasion. You know, when you go to those national forests, you have to come back with something.
Yeah, why not the heart of your enemies?
Well, and yeah, in this case, they didn't have anything because, in California, you get in trouble, especially for taking anything out of a national forest like that. Even a stick, you can be in a lot of trouble. So
yeah, that's true. And one of the best things that you can do is, like, if you're gonna bring it with you, you might as well take it back, right? So they brought this guy with them. They were like, you know what, we're going to fertilize the land.
Yes.
And while we fertilize the land, we're gonna take back a little piece with us. And he took the heart. Because it's the heart that counts.
It is the heart.
This is the heart of the matter. He was a hearty guy.
And his heart will go on?
It will. It would have gone on longer if it stayed inside of a cat cooler, though.
Oh, yeah.
Cat coolers are rugged and amazing.
They cold up to 7 days, man.
They can keep your ice cold up to 7 days, which means that it could have kept that heart on ice for at least 7 days, which is good for the medical field, because if you need to keep an organ on ice for 7 days, this is probably the way to go. It's made in the United States, fully customizable. They have five different colors to choose from, and by customizable, I mean you can literally put whatever you want on them. They're amazing. It is great stuff. The people that do these over at catcoolers.com they are phenomenal at what they do.
Yes.
Plus, they have an unlimited lifetime warranty.
So that means if it breaks,
It breaks.
I pull it out of my truck and I drop it.
Yeah.
And the handle pops off.
Yes.
They'll give me another one.
Yes.
Mm.
Or they'll fix it.
What happens if I'm driving down the road and I leave my tailgate down and it flies out the back of the truck?
Yes.
What happens if I intentionally drive over it with my truck?
Yes.
What happens if I decide to use it in a drunken situation to start shooting at beer cans and I miss and I shoot up my...
Yes.
Oh. So what you're saying is there's literally no reason not to have a cat cooler.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, they also keep your ice cold for up to 7 days, and they're less expensive than the main competitor that they have there for you. So you can check them out. Go over to catcoolers.com. That's catcoolers.com. You can use the promo code Steven. That's STEVEN. And you can get 10% off on the discount there. That's catcoolers.com. 10% off using the promo code Steven. Steven. There's no PH.
Watching Boss Baby with the kid the other day, and it made me giggle.
Mojo Groupie says, nice segue, Steve. You're welcome.
It's almost like we do this
daily.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
I saw on the Mojo 50 group that apparently Matt Holloway got Facebook banned for posting his own website.
Well, stop it.
As his own website apparently is considered clickbait by Facebook.
Oh, good. I mean,
it's funny. Other people who are getting under investigation because of Facebook: 62 border employees.
See, everybody else is getting notoriety than we're not.
I know. It's like we're actually doing something right. I don't know why.
Oh.
So 62 border employees are under investigation for posts that they made to a private Facebook account, Facebook group that was supposed to be specifically for border employees and their families so that they could go and talk in a place with a bunch of other people that know exactly what they're going through, be able to vent, be able to make jokes, be able to be safe from persecution. Now they're being persecuted.
Who told them that? Who told them that this place was a secure place that you could say what you want? It's okay.
It's called a private group.
Yeah, but
I know it's on Facebook, but they assumed that it was private because it had been years before. This started years before all this crap with Facebook, so they thought it was actually going to stay private.
yeah, that's so stupid. We're now. This is the end of this right here is the actual attack on freedom of speech.
This
Right.
is the end.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Okay.
My only friend, the end. I was going Doors, man.
Say we're doing the Doors.
Yes, we're doing the Doors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song actually. We have to listen to that later.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but that is the actual attack on freedom of speech. Not this crap where you said and all that did on school. No. This is it. When people in their private life in a private setting on a private message board can't have a conversation between people, and it's not like they were being violent.
No, they were just making jokes.
You know, it's not like they were saying, hey, let's go down and set fire to these things and kill these people out like the Antifa people do.
No, they were just complaining and venting about their days.
Yes, having literal, like, it's the same thing that happens for military folk, for happening out. Just trying to release a little bit and doing it around people who can understand. So when they make what would seem as a crude joke to everyone else, everyone in the group can go, oh, yep, I can relate.
Yeah,
You know?
like this. Okay, so they're saying that they were posting things that were, sometimes graphic, doctored images of Ocasio-Cortez.
Frank at PA, you're in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or including one of those showing a smiling President Trump forcing her head toward his crotch, which is that's kind of weird, according to the screenshot by ProPublica. So ProPublica is one of those sites that you don't really want to like.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, other comments refer to Ocasio-Cortez and fellow Democrat Representative Veronica Escobar of Texas as hoes. And one member encourages the agents to throw a burrito at these bitches. It's kind of funny. A news story about a 16-year-old Guatemalan migrant who died in the Border Patrol custody in May elicited a response from one member saying, if he dies, he dies. Another member posted a GIF of Sesame Street character Elmo with the, oh, well.
And so because of this, they're going to...
They're under investigation.
Yeah. Did anyone force that? I mean, and seriously, did anybody force this 16-year-old Guatemalan kid?
Nope. Well, I mean, maybe he might have been forced by coyotes.
Well, and I give you that. So maybe, but
yes, we do pay attention to Twitter, but I'm not going to read your comment now.
But you just technically did.
No, I didn't.
No, you just didn't say who it was.
No, I didn't. I just responded to it. I didn't actually read your comment. I just responded. Boom.
ADD moment in the middle of the show. No,
Sorry.
and again, look, the loss of life. It is sad that a 60-year-old kid died while in custody trying to get into America illegally. But what is the difference if I break into Steven's house and he shoots me dead? Are you people going to be all upset and not be making jokes about my fat butt trying to climb through his window and getting shot?
Actually, they'd probably be making jokes about how was he even there.
Yeah, or,
Can't show up for a freaking anything else, so how did he show up here?
And in yoga pants. It'll be something about how did he show up there, and it'll be in yoga pants. That's exactly what happened. I'm telling you, this is exactly what it'll be.
It's just the question would be, was he in yoga pants?
Yes, that's the only thing anybody would ask. And that's the thing that kills me is we want to be so... Again, he's 16. That's sad. A 16-year-old kid has got his life in front of him. Mm-hmm. Even if he is Guatemalan.
Yes.
Okay? But it is not up to us to police and to take care of the rest of the world. If we can't take care of ourselves, and I'm sorry, but we're not taking care of ourselves. There are so many homeless veterans. The VA, God, don't even get me started on the VA. There's so much wrong with this country just inside our own walls that we're not even doing properly and taking care of our own people. And you're going to turn around and actually get upset at somebody who day in and day out has to listen to people and say, oh, well, this poor kid, and this guaranteed is kid, and we don't know his situation, but let's say that he's like any other person who shows up with a sob story.
Mm-hmm.
How many sob stories that these people who work and deal on the border like that they hear on a daily basis? I used to repo cars. Do you realize how many sob stories that people used to try and feed me?
No, because most of them didn't have the ability to buy a sob.
I see what you did there. That was stupid.
Thank you.
But it was, I mean, I used to get all kinds of stuff all the time. People would be like, oh, it's not fair. All these things. I can't pay this. My husband's sick. Yada, yada. That's not, it doesn't matter. People used to think I was the most heartless person around because I wouldn't hear their story. I would not listen to them. I told them to be quiet. If they had a problem, go take it up with the finance company.
Yes.
Because if you get involved in it, then emotion kicks in, your heart kicks in. And whether they're telling the truth or not, you eventually start to believe them. And then you will want to let them in, which is against what's supposed to happen. Then you don't do your job, your due process. You lose your job. Bad things could happen.
Because when you're here, there's nothing I fear. Because I know that the heart will go on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Check out Patriot Mobile. It is an amazing company with veteran-led organization, conservative cell phone company, the first and only of its kind here in America. Patriot Mobile is an amazing place. Not only do they give me great service, but they've been able to get me out of the thumb of Sprint. Even though they use the same towers as Sprint, they actually have better service than Sprint. And I mean actual cellular service and customer service. They are amazing, top-notch people. Plus, they support the same things you support. By that, I mean your freedom of speech, your Second Amendment rights, securing the border, traditional family values. They're pro-life, and they've given over $2 million of the money that they've gotten from their supporters and their the people that they provide a service to give back to these causes. You should check them out today. If you're looking for a cell phone company you'd like to get out from underneath the man, they've got a great service and wonderful customer service as well. With unlimited talk and text plans starting as low as $25 a month, you should not wait. PatriotMobile.com/Mojo50 is the place to go. PatriotMobile.com/Mojo50. The promo code is come on over, spelled correctly. Come on over. You can get a free month of service after your third month.
That's true.
So Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. I wish I could do his voice better, but I can't.
I can't do his voice either.
Do it either.
It's no big deal.
Maybe one day.
Nope.
Probably not.
No, not at all. I'm not even going to try. So Bernie Sanders apparently would like to start an idea of rotating justices.
What do you mean rotating?
I don't mean turning.
In circles? Oh, okay.
I don't mean turning. I don't mean putting them in a swivel chair like you and then twisting back and forth.
And poor RBG would be puking all over the place.
If she's not even alive anymore. So it's not a problem. What I mean is he wants to institute the idea that whoever's in office as the executive gets to pick who is on the Supreme Court.
Say that one more time. I'm hearing a bit of familiarity, but I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting.
Bernie Sanders has prompted the idea that he wants the executive office to be able to choose the Supreme Court.
He's talking about like the whole bench.
Yes, not just certain individuals that are retiring. I mean, he wants to take the entire Supreme Court, drop it out, and then pick brand new ones himself.
You know what the problem with that is?
What's that?
Is that it's the point of the Supreme Court is to rule on the constitutionality of something, not to be what is a good example? Not to be used as a tool for one party or the other.
Yeah, that is correct.
It's supposed to. For all intents and purposes, it shouldn't matter who is in the seat, who wears the gown, and who sits in the chair on the bench. What matters is, are they constitutional or not?
Right. Well, that's not what matters to Bernie Sanders.
Well, are we shocked that
No.
the Burn man has zero, desire to maintain the fundamentals that founded this country?
I mean, when a socialist comes out and says that he wants to pick the justices to make sure that he can sway the court in the way that he would like, it kind of makes you sound like, you don't like the Constitution or stuff.
Well, and not just that, but I mean, am I the only person that hears that and hears it translated into I'm openly advocating for corruption? Because that's ultimately what you're doing. You're saying that we don't want it left up to the people. The people are too damn stupid. I want to be able to pick who I want to pick because then I could put who I know will back me up, and the hell with the rest of you. That's corruption. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why no one else seems to catch that. At least not the big people. The other people who talk about this kind of stuff don't ever say anything. It's, oh, well, it's 100%, whatever. Nope. It's corruption. You're opening the door and you're openly advocating for corruption.
See, what he said is, Sanders said, I do not believe in packing the court, but I do believe that constitutionally we have the power to rotate judges to other courts. And that brings in new blood into the Supreme Court and a majority, I hope, that will understand that women have rights to control their own body and the corporations cannot run the United States of America.
You mean the corporation? Never mind. So hold on. I half agree with him. And my agree with him is that the Supreme Court should not be a lifelong.
No, I agree there, and that is constitutional. The Supreme Court isn't a lifelong. It is under, once again, it's under good behavior.
Yes, but nobody ever follows that, so it ends up becoming a lifelong bit. Look at RBG.
Yeah, technically they can get released for anything, not just rotated out into its a lower court. I'm talking about like
everything.
Gone. You are no longer a justice at all. Like you aren't a judge. You are nothing.
They need to have every elected slot in government, local, national, doesn't matter. Every one of them should have term limits. Period.
Mm-hmm,
I don't give a damn if you're a dog catcher and you live in a 100 population town. Sorry for you, Chief. Second time around, 6 years, whatever it is agreed upon. That's it. Deuces. Go find something else to do. You cannot. We've got to be able to have that everywhere. That goes for everything. Justices, for senators, for congressmen.
And see, this is where we draw the line, right? So Bernie Sanders is using a bit of truth to push a lie.
Yep.
Because that's the best way to push a lie. The bit of truth is that technically it is constitutional for us to get and move and push out judges whenever technically we desire, because they're not elected. They are at the will of those that we have elected.
Yes. But if you don't pay attention to who you have elected.
See, the judiciary is actually the weakest branch of the government. They are supposed to be the least powerful on a specific purpose, because our founders and our Constitution found that the king would give too much power to the judges, and the judges had supreme rule over everything other than the king himself. So you don't want that. You don't want all that extra power.
That's bad.
That is bad. It's not good. No, not good. But you know what is good? The bell count for today. So here we go.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 11 missed innuendo bells, 31 actual bells, 11 AOCs, 3 rim shots, and 1 horn. Let's give it a B for the day. Peace out, y'all. Have a great night.
A B's not bad.
Oh, but 11 missed?
Yeah, some of that was us from last night.
Really?
Yeah, we missed a few last night. I'm dead certain. Anyway, guys, this has been Defenders Live. DOAEshow.com. DOAEshow.com. You can check us out there. You can also go to mojo50.com. Make sure to check out all the rest of the people that talk on there. I think we got like 20 people now, 20 different groups. Check us out. Laters.